playoffs. And happy Otter Day, apparently. Didn't know that. But as we all know, the Dallas Stars goaltender, Jake Ottinger, he goes under the nickname Otter. That said, unfortunately for him, it was not a very happy Otters Day because Oilers win 5-2 against the Dallas Stars, tying up the series. Which also means that there is one game that I will not be covering. So let's get into it. And before we do, let's bring something back that I haven't quite done in a little bit. 1 scrum, 0 fights for a very not violent game other than hits, which, if you want to count those, which I haven't been, very much violent, one-sided towards the Oilers' favor. So we jump into the first period, and Skinner decides to give up an early goal. There's a turnover, Wyatt Johnson gets the puck, he walks in, he takes a shot, it goes in. And on the one hand on this goal, Skinner could have had it. I think there were some, perception issues that maybe he was having. I don't know. I'm not a goaltender. However, I will say that in the replays, Nurse was skating back very haphazardly. And again in this game, more than once, the cherry picking from the Dallas Stars that they have done at least a few times before in this series has not been figured out. They got, I think, 4 breakaways that had to be stopped. Some of that was just taking advantage of a tired group, but there were 2, I believe, where the cherry-picking Dallas Stars player managed to just walk right in. Thankfully, Skinner stood up to those. However, second goal comes, and it's the usual suspect, Darnell Nurse, who last game went and blocked the puck with his butt. This game decided to deflect the puck with his butt. Not really decided to, but you get my drift. And put the puck into the back of the net. So just like that, we go from a 0-0 tied game to start the game, because that's how that works, to Dallas has 2 goals, Edmonton has none. And for the first 10 minutes of this game, the Oilers looked absolutely dreadful. They needed that bit to wake up, I guess, but in the playoffs, you don't want to do that. Thankfully, Dallas collapsed hard, to the point that they needed help from the Oilers to make a save, which I'll bring up later. Case in point, there's a bit of a scramble around the net, around Ottinger, and the puck kind of sneaks loose a bit. It looked like Ottinger had almost covered it, but almost isn't good enough. McLeod finds it, he pulls the puck back out free of anyone covering the puck so that the whistle can't go, and he just puts it in. 1-2 game. And then there's another goal from the Oilers. McDavid and Bouchard are walking side by side. Skating. Walking. Skating. Whatever. McDavid takes the shot. Ottinger stops it. But he doesn't corral the rebound, which shoots out. And who's waiting? Basically right beside McDavid, if you look at the lateral angle. None other than Evan Bouchard, who takes the rebound and sends it home. So now we have a tied game. And then Dallas goes down on the penalty kill. Now, the Oilers didn't score in this one. And part of that is because of Dallas's formation with the penalty kill. They did really well. But part of it was due to Zach Hyman pushing the goalie stick into the net in such a way that there was a shot that came from a hard angle that hit the stick and bounced out. No goal. And can we just imagine for a minute what that end of the game interview would have looked like? So how much skill was involved in making a play like the one that you did on the penalty kill? Well, it takes a bit of skill, some training. Oh, no, sorry, I was asking the stick. Oh. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm sorry. I just, okay. The stick was the... Hey, watch yourself. The stick was the thing that... It was the one that made the save. I'm sorry. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so where were we? Okay. So, stick. How much skill was involved in making that play? I see. Now, obviously, this game didn't go in your favor. What do you need to bring for next game to rally back from this defeat? Understandable. Okay, well, thank you for your time, and go get him on Friday. Good luck. Okay, so we're done now?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay. And that leads us to the second period, where the refs decide to not ref this game just a little bit. I think it might have been just a standard missed call, because human error, it's refs. They're human. But, in the corner, Draisaitl is going for the puck, Suter's coming after him, and he elbows, pokes, jabs something with the butt of the stick. And you're not supposed to do that, but they got away with it after a bit of conversation and Draisaitl very much not being happy about it. It's the consistency again. That's the big focus here. Is the consistency needs to be improved. However, you gotta take account for human error. Then the Stars get a power play. And the Oilers are killing it. And they're killing it well. And then they find themselves on the good side of a 3-on-1. Brown has the puck. He passes it across to Janmark, who throws it at the net. Not with his hand. You're not allowed to do that. And it goes in. And the Oilers take the lead. Add to that, they also kill the penalty. And then another play. Draisaitl's coming in. He sees Hyman. He passes to Hyman. Hyman quickly drops it back off for Draisaitl. Draisaitl wastes no time. He cuts to the right side of Ottinger if you are on Ottinger's perspective. So the left side if you're Draisaitl's perspective. You get the point. And he just taps, he pushes, he nudges the puck into the back of the net. Keeping in mind that those two goals that I just talked about, 51 seconds apart. And to follow up with all of that, Skinner looks like a grade A goaltender. The puck's in his end. He has to stop a shot that he can't see. He kicks the pad out and saves it. So then we get to the third period, where ultimately it was pretty back and forth. And that's the way it would be for the entirety of the period up until the end when Dallas pulled their goaltender to try and get the 2 goals back. Edmonton shoots the puck 200 feet and puts it into the back of the net. And it was a cannon of a shot, too. The camera did not follow the puck going into the back of the net. It caught it after it had gone in and then bounced back out. So that's how the game ends. And we have a tied series going into the rest of this, which means that I've got one more game to cover. That's going to be on Friday. And then from that point on, I'm going on vacation. So there will be one game in this series that I do not cover. Possibly 2. And if Edmonton moves on, there's going to be a couple. There's going to be a few that I miss. Because all of next week I'm gone. But I've got one more. I've got one more to do. So in the meantime, stay howling. And go former Yotes, including Stetcher, who still hasn't played in these series at all yet, which I'm kind of disappointed about. If you liked what you saw, you can hit the thumbs up button. If you want to follow along until the Oilers lose, and then even beyond that, because I'll be covering Utah hockey, at least for the foreseeable future. You can hit the subscribe button, follow along with that, share this with your friends, and as always, I will be back.